this help video, we're going to go ahead and add a source database. Step one is to just go ahead and click on this database icon. You'll be taken to this screen. Now you'll notice up here again, the website name is for the website we are currently setting up our database backup. We're going to make this a little bit easier. Now for your database backup, you actually need two pieces of information. The first piece of information is the top two rows, which is all FTP information. Now you recall we created an FTP user in a previous video. That's the information we're going to use here. But the nice thing is here, we can actually select it from our dropdown. So as you can see, we have Coffee Lovers Daily here. We'll click on that, and as you can see, it fills in all the blanks for you. The next step you're going to need is your database information. Now sometimes this can be a little tricky to find. So what we're going to do is, instead of trying to find it, we're going to create it. Now, we're going to go ahead and log back into our cPanel account, or our web host administration area. Okay, so once we're in our cPanel, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to MySQL databases. We're going to click on this icon. Now, as you can see, there is a database set up. Now, this is basically a WordPress blog, so you're going to expect to see a WordPress database. These days, when you set up blogs, they're done automatically by using such software as Fantastico or Softaculous. So you really don't know what the database username or password might be. So that's why what we're going to do is we're going to actually create a whole new database user, and we're going to add it to this database. Now this is very simple. So scroll down here till you see the Add New User section. Now we're going to give it a name. Again, I suggest using something like this, so you know it's for your backups. Again, we're going to put in a password. Again, this could be anything you want. I suggest making it a strong password. Now we're going to click Create User. Okay, let's go back. Now scroll down until you see Add User to Database. So now we're going to take that user that we just created and we're going to add it to the database. We're going to click the Add button. And on this screen, we're just going to click this little checkbox that says All Privileges. Scroll down and click Make Changes. Let's go back. So the information that you need is right here on the screen. So let's take the database name. We're going to go ahead and copy the database name. We come back to your account, and under DB name, we're going to put the database name. Host name. Because we're using FTP into your site, your host name is going to be localhost. Just like that, localhost, one word. And that's going to be the same pretty much every site you set up and every database you back up. Now user is the database user, which is the one that we just created. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, and then we're going to go ahead and paste that in here. Now the password is the password that you created for that database. And finally, port. Much like the FTP port, this is basically a default, and the default number is 3306. That's a standard port number. Again, your web host might have something different for security purposes. If they do, you're going to need to contact your web host support and ask them for the port number for your database. They'll understand what you mean. If it's 3306, or you can just try it this way, just leave it blank and click Submit. And that's it. You now have a database that's added and ready to set up backup jobs.